everyone, welcome back for another Rivals of Ixalan Draft League. This is Old Man Poole. Opened up a pretty good pack here. Bombard's very solid, obviously. I like Jade Light Ranger quite a bit as well. I guess maybe those are kind of the two front runners for the pack. Waterknot is solid. Catsail Corsair was good for me in my first draft of the format. Mausoleum Harpy I played in a sealed event and seemed reasonable. I mean, Stormfleet Swashbuckler is kind of fine. I guess if you ever hit Ascend, it's a little bit undercosted, but still just kind of a 2-2 for 2 most of the time. I think I am going to take Jade Light Ranger. I could see Bombard actually being more powerful. I think we'll have fewer opportunities to play with this card in the format, and it's good to see exactly how good your rares are when you can. So I think we'll pick this up here and not look back. Alright, so we did just pass a good red card. I am immediately drawn to this Forerunner of the Empire. I just really think this card is cool. Like, I like the design, and I want dinosaurs to be good, so I may be skewing that a little bit. Opponent, or I guess other drafter took an uncommon out of this pack. We also have Direfleet Poisoner, which is a pretty good card. Flash Death Touch for 2 is good, and then potentially giving another pirate bonus, extra damage, or just letting it trade up with Death Touch is pretty solid. Probably should just take that here. Don't hate things like Hunt the Weak, but I think it's probably worse than something like the Poisoner or the Forerunner. Riverwise Augur Sweet 2, Moment of Craving's good. Let's take the Poisoner here. I think this is enough better than just about everything else that we should pick it up. Alright, here we have Aquatic Incursion, which I'm not really in love with. I guess if you end up with a lot of Merfolk synergies, the 2/1/1 Merfolk can be powerful. And you can always end up in a position like where the game goes really late and you can start, poking through for 3 or 4 damage a turn with the unblockable effect. But I think it's kind of low impact before the late game. I don't really know what else we take here though. Like Overgrown Armosaur is perfectly fine, but not exciting. I think it's good. I think it's a card that green decks are happy to play. Got, I guess, like Dusklegion Zealot or Fathom Fleet Border if we end up in black. Don't really want to do a black Pirates deck again. Although I guess Direfleet Poisoner kind of pushes us down that road. That was just what we played last round as well. I might just take the Fathom Fleet Border here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Induced Amnesia. When enters the battlefield, target player exiles all cards from her hand face down. That draws that many cards. Okay, so it's... you loot your entire hand away. And then if you can get rid of this, you can bring those cards back. What is this? Like a loot 2 or a loot 3? You get to know when you're going to play it. I don't think it's absurd. Pirate's Pillage is pretty solid. It does a very similar thing to Induced Amnesia, but also sets you up with some treasures. Also have like Moment of Truth. River Darter's fine. Firewinder's fine. Okay, black stuff here. I don't know, maybe we're just getting called down the black pirate train again. Yeah, I don't know, I think I might take... No, I think I might take the Pirate's Pillage, honestly. I think that might be the highest pick card in this pack. I'm not confident that's correct. Expel from Morozka. Turn target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If you have the city's blessing, you put that permanent on top of its library instead. It's a pretty good card, maybe a little bit late. I'm actually seeing a late Dead or Deadeye Righauler as well. So maybe blue is calling to us? Green I feel like we're not seeing tons of anymore after our first Jade Light Ranger pick. Relentless Raptor I think is good, but you do have to be in a position where you've got like a good number of removal or combat tricks to follow it up. Then it can be a real beating, but it can be kind of awkward if you don't have anything to go along with it. I guess is Expel or Deadeye Righauler better? Or the Riverwise Augur? Probably the Righauler more than anything else. We're just getting up in blue-black pirates again. Not impossible. Tianelli's Summoner. Still have to get to Ascend before this card's really good, and that is definitely a cost. Also got a Gilt Grove Stalker. Maybe Merfolk's not too far gone. I think I'm just going to pick up the Sea Legs here. Well, here's a different pack for us. I don't love Secrets of the Golden City. A whole bunch of good like ramp enablers here. Night of the Stampede is really, really good. Enabling the bigger dinosaurs. Morozka Relic I think is also a pretty good ramp payoff. This card, I really like the design of this card because it'll be good in dinosaurs, it'll come around late, but is kind of unlikely to be picked up by other players. Also have Aggressive Urge. I think I'm going to take Knight over Rosca Relic. That may not be correct. Rosca Relic is pretty good. But if we do end up staying in green, well, so there's a Colossal Dreadmaw. That does give us an excuse to play a different color, which might be kind of nice too. Like, I'd rather, I mean, this isn't perfect drafting, certainly, but because my first video that I posted was blue-black, I'd like to show you guys something different if we can. Could just take, like, I guess Glintgrove Stalker and maybe try and shift into Merfolk. We have seen a couple of these late guys. Maybe Dreadmaw's worse. Works well with Knife Stampede. I would like to make that deck work. I think it's probably okay in Merfolk 2. Not as good as the others, but... Alright, Mutiny. It's a late Mutiny. I feel like that card is not bad, but some other people are not wild. Enter the Unknown. Kind of awkward. I don't think it's particularly good. Gleaming Barrier, though, is fine if we're going to be in a defensive deck. A Jungleborn Pioneer. Also the frontrunner of the Empire still in the pack. I really do want to make red-green work. Is this just like crazy greedy? Probably. This is such a late card, though. People don't think this is good. If you have like Indian Rage cards, it just goes through the roof. I guess I'll take Plummet as a sideboard card. And then there's another Colossal Dreadmaw. Also Stampeding Horncrest. Not Relentless Raptoring, I don't think, in this deck. Naturalize is fine. Alright. So we may have pushed a little bit harder against this than we should have. Direfleet Poisoner is obviously good. We got a late Deadeye Rigger. We're not necessarily playing red, but it came around. Forerunner of the Empire. How can we not play it? It's also possible that Dinos just isn't really all that good, and it's not something we should really be pushing towards. It's still slow. The format, I think, still definitely favors more aggressive decks. I don't think it's quite as bad as Ixalan was, although I don't have a ton of experience either. Sphinx's Decree. Not really a card. Bonus Hunger. Your opponent sacrifices a creature. If he has Seas Bleeding, you're still going to get rid of your opponent's worst creatures. Worst handful. Majestic Heliopterus. Pretty good. Also have Thunderhead Migration and Rosca Relic. You take this, and this fits into dinosaurs fairly well. We don't necessarily have to play red. Could just take Thunderhead Migration, though, as well. This is a good splash enabler as well. I kind of like the Guaranteed Ramp, honestly. On the other hand, is this that much better than a Rosca Relic? It does help you splash, which is nice. And I think that the Heliopterus is actually probably just enough better that we should pick that up here. Sorry, Thunderhead Migration. Charging Tuscadon. Would deal combat damage to a player, deals double that much damage instead. That seems pretty good. It's a 4/4 trample that kind of swings as, like, it's kind of a weird card, I guess. But your opponent sort of has to really respect the trample. Like, this does a lot of damage. Also a Frilled Death Spitter, also Forerunner of the Empire. I think I'm going to take the Tuscadon over a second Forerunner, although this may wheel and we may still play it. Okay, I think we are on the green train, so still don't like Relentless Raptor very much. They take Buccaneer's Bravado. I also take Luminous Bonds. And get out of here. These cards are just not exciting enough. Oh, what a bad way to build a deck. Luminous Bonds, if we end up in white, is better than Colossal Dreadmaw. I don't think Buccaneer's Bravado is really at its best in this deck, even though I think the card is good. Let's take Luminous Bonds. A little bit more early interaction, never hurt anybody. There's Traveler's Amulet. We could try and play a true 3-color deck. A couple of good blue cards in the mix. We'll take the Traveler's Amulet. It's likely we can get this card later, but if we do end up needing to go 3-color, that's pretty important that we have things like Traveler's Amulet. Again, I don't think Aggressive Urge or Brazen Freebooter are really that absurd. Swift Warden. Shake the Foundations, which is super sweet enabler for Enrage, although we don't really have any super good Enrage effects right now. Probably just need to take something like a Frilled Death Spitter or Hunt the Weak. Swift Warden's good. 3/3 flash is what you want. A lot of cards we want in this deck. I think I might take Hunt the Weak though. Getting a little bit more removal solid. We want to have something if we make it to our big payoffs. This also enables Enrage quite well. Shake the Foundations is nice if your opponents are playing a whole bunch of like cheap dinosaurs and the like though. Okay, I think I'll take a Frill back here. Still need to have some cheap interaction. Doesn't look like we're going to get a whole ton of our super good Dino Ramp, but that just means that we have to move our curve down a little bit more. Stone Quarry is probably pretty good. I don't think we need another Dreadmaw, and we can always find another one in the third pack too, since it's a reprint. Ruska Raptor would be okay. I like making our lands better. That was a late neck breaker too, for Black-Red Pirates. Overgrown Armasaur I think is a fine pickup. Painier's kind of exciting. I also like the Sun-Crested Pterosaur, or Pterodon. I'm not sure that we're gonna... I'm not even positive we're playing white. Seems like we may... That may be likely, but... That's probably gonna be our splash color, if anything. Okay, so got a Rosca Relic back. I think that is definitely something this deck wants. And got the Forerunner back as well. We don't have a ton of value, but we will wreck all of the 1-cost creatures in the format, which is nice. Or the 1-toughness creatures. We don't, like I said, don't have a ton of Enrage cards for our 2 Forerunners, but we are kind of high on the curve. Definitely have a lot at 4 and not much at 2. Wouldn't mind picking up like another Gleaming Barrier. There's some cheap 2-cost spells. Yeah, there's Relentless Raptor. I think we'll take another Dreadmaw here, though. You think it's unlikely we'll play all 3 of these, but don't think we're playing Relentless Raptor, especially if white's kind of our splash color. Heliopterus may not be that great, too. Okay, Horncrest over Freebooter? Freebooter splash is a little better. The fact that Riverwise Auger's still in this pack seems not good. Like, that seems wrong to me. Well, Shake the Foundations did come back, for what that's worth. We were really, really good against 1-toughness creatures. There's the Snubhorn Sentry. Don't think that card's going to be very good very often. Star of Extinction. Yeah, that's big. Star is like a reasonable ramp payoff, I suppose. We play a couple of defensive cards. Get up to 7, wipe the board. I don't even know how good that would end up being for our deck, though, compared to something like a Tishana's Wayfinder. Star is sweet. I think something like Blossom Dryad or just Wayfinder is going to be better, though. We need more low drops. And I'm not even sure that Star of Extinction is going to save us in a lot of instances. It is a board wipe, but it's a super expensive one. Oh well. It would have been the first time we could have played that card in the format. Okay, Tianelli's Knight's a great pickup here. It's not a dinosaur itself, but is a 2-drop and a pretty solid one in a dino deck as well. Cool. Happy to grab him. Territorial Hammerskull is also very good, but I think we might be veering farther and farther away from white. Ooh, nice. Ripjaw Raptor, 3rd pick. Cool. Really happy to have that. I do like Steadfast Armasaur. Do like Ixali's Keeper. Don't have a lot of payoffs for Ryle, but Ripjaw Raptor is good. One of the best Enrage options we could have found. Ooh, Ranging Raptors is good too. Raising Whiptail will be fine. Friendly Fire. There's some stuff in here. Pick up Ranging Raptors, I think, though. I think we want the mana quite a bit. It's good Enrage, and we've got a lot of enablers or enabling cards for Enrage already. I think we're probably cutting at least that. Maybe Luminous Bonds too. Okay. Emissary of Sunrise is good. I guess that's not our main colors, though. Dual Shot, again, fine, but I think we have enough things that enable our handful of Enrage cards already. I think we just want another 2-drop. Ixali's Keeper will trade for our opponent's creatures and give us a little bit of interaction early, and that's pretty important. Ooh, a lot of good stuff here, too. Lots of green. I think it's just Savage Stomp. This is obviously fantastic if you're casting on a dinosaur, and good removal just in general, too. I probably would play an Ixali's Diviner if we got one in this deck. Thrasher Raptors is fine. Don't think we want another Dreadmaw, but yeah, Savage Stomp. Good, nice pickup here. Oh, and another one. Woohoo. Yeah, Yeah, I think we've gotten rewarded, I think, here in this last pack. Gotten 2 Savage Stomps, Ripjaw Raptor. Good stuff. The fun ends a little bit here. I guess we take Jungle Delver. It is a sideboard option if we're really getting pounded on. I don't think it's very often that we're going to want to play it and just start dropping counters on it, but sometimes you do need some removal as well. Guess Blossom Dryad, really heavy on 3s. Can't remember if there was an Ixalan's Keeper in this pack or the next one. I take Crushing Canopy here. Okay, yeah, it looks like we're not getting another Keeper, so we're light on our early drops. I think we'll take Fire Shrine Keeper. Again, we could bring it in as a defensive card if we really need to. This Dino Stampede, I'm not sure we'll play this. I think the deck might be good enough and slow enough that Dinosaur Stampede isn't necessary to win in the games we're winning. I guess Prying Blade. Not much there for us. Yeah, so we are heavy on 3s for sure. I think if we can avoid running into a really aggressive start from our opponents, we'll do okay, but we could just get run over in a lot of instances. Oh wow, Ixalan's Diviner that late is great. We really, that's a great pickup for us. Just need a little bit more interaction down there. So what do we cut out of this deck? I don't think we're playing Traveler's Amulet. The Majestic Heliopterus is obviously a very good aggressive card, but not a real good stabilizing card. And I think we have enough beef at the top end of our curve that we're just not going to need that sort of effect to get there. Luminous Bonds is maybe a little bit closer, but because we got some Savage Stomps and we have a Hunt the Week, not sure we need that either. Savage Stomp a counter too? Yeah. So in this deck, it's just a much better Hunt the Week most of the time. Group our creatures out. Don't think we're playing Dino Stampede. Probably will play Shake the Foundations. Doesn't kill flyers. Let's see, what's our payoffs? Ranging Raptors, which is pretty nice. Ripjaw Raptor. Armasaur, that's kind of it. Could see cutting Shake the Foundations, I suppose. We might be doing sort of similar things with the Forerunner of the Empire. Blossom Dryad's pretty weak. Just low power card. You maybe do want the ramp. Relic I think is going to be just a better version of Blossom Dryad a lot of the time though. Kind of like cutting Shake the Foundations. Maybe we'll bring it as a good sideboard card if our opponent does have a lot of 1-cost creatures. I think Forerunner of the Empire does a similar thing. And this is, and against some opponents we'll just do nothing, whereas Blossom Dryad at least is a creature that interacts. Okay, I think the deck's pretty sweet. We went from pretty mediocre to bad, I think, going to the last pack to some really good payoffs. And we also filled out our 2-drops a lot. 3 of our 2-drops came from Ixalan, it would have been bad had we not had many more. But I think the deck came together okay. Let's add in some lands here. I definitely think we're favoring green. Deck wants it to be way favoring green. I don't think it's quite that high. I could see 10-7 though. We have 1 double red and charging Tuscadon. Sean's Wayfinder can kind of help fix for that. I think 10-7 looks good. Okay, I'm excited. Come on, Dinos. Show me that you can be good in this format. I have faith. I will see you guys for match 1.